Desertion during battle was punishable by death. A soldier who failed to help a comrade could be executed. Entire units could be punished for the failure of one man. This system of collective responsibility ensured total obedience. Soldiers fought not only for survival, but to protect their entire unit from punishment. As a result, the Mongol army became the most disciplined and reliable fighting force of the medieval world. Theft, property, and livestock. In nomadic life, livestock meant survival. Horses, sheep, and camels were essential. Under the Yasa, stealing livestock often resulted in execution. Even minor theft was severely punished. Poverty was not an excuse for breaking the law. The law applied equally to everyone, regardless of status. Nobles and common soldiers faced the same penalties. This equality before the law was rare in medieval societies and strengthened trust in the system. Betrayal and loyalty. Betrayal was considered the greatest crime under the Yasa. Anyone who betrayed their leader was executed. Those who switched sides in battle were not spared. Informants and spies were rewarded, traitors destroyed. This created an environment where rebellion was nearly impossible. Mongol generals were fiercely loyal, knowing that betrayal meant certain death. Religious tolerance, a surprising rule. Despite its brutality, the Yasa included one remarkably progressive principle: religious freedom. Genghis Khan allowed Buddhism, Islam, Christianity, traditional shamanism. Religious leaders were protected and often exempt from taxes. This policy helped the Mongols rule vast territories filled with different cultures and beliefs without constant rebellion. In a deeply intolerant medieval world, this made the Mongol Empire unusually stable. Protection of diplomacy and messengers. The Yasa strictly protected envoys and messengers. Harming a messenger was punishable by death. Diplomatic immunity was absolute. This rule was so important that when the Khwarezmian Empire executed Mongol envoys in 1218 CE, Genghis Khan used it as justification for a massive invasion of Central Asia. That single violation led to the destruction of an empire, trade, economy, and the Pax Mongolica. The Yasa played a major role in stabilizing trade. Merchants were protected, trade routes were secured, fraud and theft were heavily punished. These policies helped create the Pax Mongolica, a period of stability that revived the Silk Road and connected China, the Middle East, and Europe. Historian Jack Weatherford notes that Mongol law enabled unprecedented global exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies, women and social order under the Yasa. Although the Yasa did not promote gender equality in a modern sense, Mongol women held more authority than many of their medieval counterparts. Women managed camps while men were at war. They controlled property and logistics. Some women, like Turagene Khatun, later ruled as regents. This practical empowerment was essential to maintaining the empire during constant military campaigns. Enforcement and fear. The Yasa was enforced quickly and without appeal. Commanders acted as judges. Punishments were immediate. Mercy was rare. This speed ensured order across a massive empire where slow justice would have meant chaos. Fear was not a side effect. It was a tool. The Yasa after Genghis Khan died in 1227 CE, but the Yasa survived him. His successors, including Ögedei Khan and Mongke Khan, continued to apply its principles. The Yasa was undeniably cruel by modern standards. Yet it was revolutionary for its time. It turned nomadic tribes into a global superpower. It enforced unity across continents. It proved that law, not just violence, can build empires. The greatest irony of Genghis Khan's legacy is this: the most feared conqueror in history ruled not by chaos, but by strict order. Genghis Khan died in 1227 CE during a military campaign against the Western Xia dynasty in China. The exact cause of his death was never officially recorded. What followed was deliberate secrecy. According to Persian and Mongol historical accounts, his funeral procession became a military operation. Soldiers reportedly killed anyone who saw the burial route. After the burial, the guards themselves were killed to protect the location. Finally, thousands of horses were driven over the site to erase all traces. Genghis Khan was likely buried near Burkhan Khaldun, a sacred mountain in Mongolia. But no